What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the PS5 career mode. This is episode number 59. And we start today's episode with the Europa League draw for the semi-finals, where QPR will be taking on, in the final four, Olympique Lyonnais of France. Roma vs Hoffenheim is the other semi-final tie, and will be taking on Lyon at the start of May, sandwiched in between a massive game away at Anfield against Liverpool, as we'll take on the side right now sat in third place, the final Champions League spot in the race for Champions League football in France. So yeah, massive tie, that one, coming on the back of the massive, probably I would say best win of the series, to be honest. Despite the big scouts we've had, best win of the series, the 3-2 comeback against Hertha Berlin. And so for the first game of today's episode, just a free in today's episode, and of course it's just free in today's episode as well, I'll do a guaranteed double upload today and have the next episode out later on tonight. It's crazy how things have changed on my channel, man. 3 games an episode, that was like the standard in my old career modes. Now 3 games an episode is a small amount, so I'll have another episode later on tonight, guaranteed double upload today, keep the double upload streak going, third straight, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that one as well. So yeah, taking on Manchester City for the first of the 3 in today's episode. Absolutely massive game and a potential title decider at the Etihad Stadium. As we know, it's been a 3-horse race for the majority of the season, and Liverpool are now back on top as we close out the campaign. So away from home, neither side could afford to lose to have any realistic chance of winning the title come the end of the season. A win would be massive, and 8 minutes in, I started off on attack mode on the front foot. I wanted to win this game and not just draw it, and early on into the game, just 8 minutes, we had lead through the American Weston McKennie. I'm not sure he deserves Captain America, but if he gets to the goals that will win us the title, he'll certainly get that name. But lovely little ball through by Bull. McKennie strikes it first time. If you can believe that as well, that's his 8th goal of the season. He scored, I think it was his, or is it 7th? Yeah, sorry, 7th goal of the season. He scored his first 6 in like the first 2 months. Hasn't scored since then after that red hot start, but what a way to end your massive goal drought there away at the Etihad. 1-0 Queen's Park Rangers. But sadly, 24 minutes in, the hosts would find a leveller, and you knew he was going to get a goal in this game. One of the top scorers in the Premier League, used to do it for us, won the golden boot of the QPR shirt last season, sold him to Man City for 210 million in the summer. And in both games against City this season, he actually didn't get the goal in the first game when that was an own goal, but he kind of caused it. Scores here, makes it 1-1. Of course, he celebrated as well. Eddie Nketiah, 91 overall now. Nketiah, he levels it for Pep's side, and it's 1-1. And it was such a shame this game as well, because you see the final kick of the game fell here through Chris Willock, and you know, the less said about it, the better. A chance to win the game, and my goodness gracious me, I think the shot went out for a throw-in after smacking the corner flag. But 1-1 was the final score. It was such a shame as well, because the start of the game was amazing. I was like, oh, this could be a cracking 3-3, 4-3 type of game, and it finished 1-1, and there were only 2 shots on target in the entire game, and they both found the back of the net. So it was such a shame, man. I was thinking it was going to be an amazing goal glove of a performance in a game. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out that way. 1-1 the final score, and that's just how football goes sometimes. You know, the biggest games sometimes can be the letdown. I mean, case in point, last weekend with Manchester United and Liverpool, of course, that goalless draw when so many people were expecting so much, they failed to live up to the billing. But just one of those things, that's football really. 1-1 the final score. We'll take the point, because it means that with just a few games to go, heading into the second of today's episode, away at the Hornets, taking them on at Vicarage Road here. Heading into the game, Watford basically all but down, it seems, right now. And going into this game, if we were to win it, we would return to top of the table, as this was our game in hand on Liverpool, as they've played 1 game more. That's why I wasn't too beaten up by the draw against Man City, because it gave us a chance to go top in midweek against Watford. And as you can see, starting this game off once again on the front foot, being aggressive. Brett Chise scored our first, and Jonathan David grabbed our second. I've said before, he's been a little bit underwhelming this season, but I think that's mainly because Eddie Nketiah was so incredible last season. You know, such a tall order there, such big shoes to fill. He's done okay, just I was expecting slightly better. But in this game, he started off looking like an old Eddie Nketiah. He scored 2 of our opening 3 goals in 20 minutes there. A little fake shot to step inside and banging in to make it 3-0 QPR. And again, Watford bereft of confidence, needing the victory to have any chance of staying up. In the end, they were just powerless to resist our high-powered offense. We were leading by 3 at the hour mark. We could have been like 4 or 5 goals up at this point, and directly from Grady Diangana's shot, which was saved, Kelman finds Jay, Potts finds Bull. Lovely academy link up there. I love it when that happens. 2 players in the youth academy get the assist and the goal. And who's there to turn it in at the far post? Oh yeah, baby, Charles Bull, who, if I remember correctly, correctly, had his sort of like best breakout performance in the Premier League at this very ground back in season 2. That was the first time he played really well in a Premier League game, and in this one was superb as well. Wraps up the points, 4-0 the final score, and again really could have won this game by like 6-7-0. Dalberg in the Watford goal was sublime. Whilst he did dominate possession, we were just all out and relentless, especially when going forward on the counter. And also you would have noticed as well, 20 goals in the Premier League season for Charles Ball. Now he still has that outside shot of the Golden Boot. Regardless, 4 games to go in the Premier League. As you can see, it is so tight right now in the race for top of the table. Us and Manchester City currently sitting first and second place. And after I simulated to the FA Cup semi-final, we were playing on the Sunday, and Man City and Liverpool had games on the Saturday. As you can see, Man City won their game to go 2 points clear of us and Liverpool. Thankfully, the Magpies did us a favour and held Klopp's side to a 1-1 draw when I eventually find the fixtures. There we are there. So Man City won the South Coast 1-0 versus Southampton. Liverpool drew 1-1. So because of that, we've got 4 games to go, but a game in hand on both Liverpool and Manchester City. Guardiola's side are 2 points clear of us and Klopp's side. But again, whilst we do have a better goal difference record than both those teams right now, we've also got the game in hand on both those teams as well. So once again, destiny is in our own hands. Whilst we have dropped a second due to that game in hand, if we win our remaining 4 Premier League fixtures, we'll be crowned Premier League champion. So yeah, it's so frustrating, man. Man City are just not slipping up. Liverpool had a couple of slip-ups recently, but Man City are just winning every single game. So if we are to win the title, we need to do the same. We're still going for the treble, of course, and for our third and final game of today's episode. Last season, we were embarrassed in the FA Cup. We were the holders after winning it in season 3. Knocked out by what were an underperforming Arsenal side at the time in the round of 16. But this year, getting to the semi-final, we love playing at Wembley. We've got such an amazing record at this stadium, and heading into the game against Crystal Palace, firm favourites as we know. Brighton had already made it through to the final. They thrashed West Brom, the Baggies, 4-0 on the Saturday. So the winners of this tie would be taking on the Seagulls, and I felt very confident indeed heading to the game. Once again, picked a really strong lineup. Want to get to the final. We want at least one trophy come the end of the season, and this is our best shot at getting it, as we're the firm favourites with the teams remaining in this competition. Ball gave us the early lead, and really we were just absolutely dominating from first whistle to last, man. Seriously, sometimes the cup games, they're, you know, well, the saying and the cliche in cup football is that the form book goes out the window and anything can happen. But in this game, with us being the firm favourites, it was just one-sided really from the very first minute. We almost made it 2-0 here for Kaio Tomori, chipping the ball over Alte, but it smacks the crossbar and goes over and behind for a goal kick. And I couldn't believe it as well, approaching the hour mark, still only leading by 1. I've got absolutely no idea how I missed all of these chances, but chance after chance after chance, we were continuously letting Crystal Palace off the hook as we were still leading by a goal to 0. And just a few minutes later, as Henry Onyekuru slides through Niane, well, this is football and FIFA in a nutshell at times. You can dominate from start to finish. But what's that old saying? We love it very much. Not luck will balance itself out. Not don't talk about spend, talk about net spend. But if you don't take your chances, you will get punished. Dominated Palace from the very first whistle, yet still only led by a goal, and right before the hour mark they did punish me for missing all those sitters. Niane makes it 1-1, Crystal Palace back on level terms, and you know me, man, I don't rage, but at this point I was beginning to get a little bit angry, so I was like, you know what, fuck this, I'm going to get myself a goal here to get back in front. I do apologise for the swearing there, but I was so annoyed at this point, man, that I allowed Crystal Palace to get back in the game after dominating from the very first whistle. About 10 minutes later, we had a golden chance to restore our lead, and it fell to Jonathan David after Bull slides him through from the left hand side, and the Canadian makes it 2-1 to put us back in front. And again, how we didn't win this game by like 5 or 6 goals, I got absolutely no idea. Adel Taarabt almost iced the game towards the end. Unfortunately, couldn't get his second goal of the season and possibly his final goal in professional football, but in the end it did not matter. We won the game by 2-1. Should have again won it by like 4 or 5 clear goals. Had my finishing been better, we certainly would have done so, but you know what, it really does not matter. 2-1 the final score. We are into the FA Cup final, and we will take on Brighton Hove Albion in the final at the end of the season, as we'll face Graham Potter's side for a chance to regain our FA Cup. We've got an amazing record in this competition, and I'm looking forward to it. Our third FA Cup final in 5 seasons. That's incredible, because again, if you know me and you've watched many of my career modes, you will know the FA Cup is normally a competition I'm not too fussed about, but I've got to be honest, I love the fact in this save we're a cup team. We like taking the FA Cup really seriously, so we're getting to the final. That's our reward for taking it. it seriously. And hopefully, again, we will be able to regain our FA Cup, which of course we surrendered last season. So yeah, looking forward to it. That will be the final game of the season. So one cup final reached, hopefully another to get to as well. In the next episodes, we begin May, you will see both legs of our Europa League semi-final against Lyon, where fingers crossed, touch wood, we'll make our second cup final of the season and get to our first European final as well. Plus, sandwiched in between both legs as well, we've got the massive 6-pointer against Liverpool and Anfield, who, well, as you can see, both of us are still going for that title, 2 points behind Man City. Neither side can afford to lose. One of the biggest episodes of the series. Definitely do not miss it. It'll be coming out later tonight. Have a fantastic day, though, guys. Much love to you all. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. No like type, double upload, but a like is, of course, very much appreciated. Have a great day and much love to you all, and I will see you for a massive episode of the PS5 Career Mode, one of the biggest of the series, very soon.